Guys, I'm warning you, this is going to be a very long video, so make yourself a cup of chai because we are going to chat about my Miss India experience. Let the journey begin. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Shweta Vijay. If you are just discovering me right now, then welcome. I hope you'll be a part of my family by just hitting that red button and hitting the bell icon so that you will be notified every time I drop a video. Today, I thought of just doing a one-on-one session. I haven't done this real life experience kind of a video chit chat with you in a while. The last being my Halloween, where I spoke about the paranormal experiences that has happened to me, 2 incidents which is spooky as F. So today I just thought I will talk about my Miss India experience. For all of you tuning in and who don't know anything about me, I won Femina Miss India in 2003. I'm a Miss India winner, something that I'm really proud of, but I do not talk about it because I don't want it to come across as me showing off. I have been getting a lot of questions asking me about what has your experience been? How did you start Miss India? How did you feel after winning Miss India? I mean, what can you say? It's a wonderful situation to be at. But I just thought today I will just chat with all of you guys and talk about my journey and also talk about the rules and regulations, like little tips and tricks if you are thinking of auditioning, because the new audition is taking place right now. I mean, there's an audition taking place for the new Femina Miss India pageant, and there were a few of you who wrote to me saying that, you know, you want to take part in it and you wanted to know what the experience was and if I could just help you out in getting through the audition round, which is very important. And at the same time talk about my entire journey. And I'm going to start off with me being in Dubai. You guys know I was born and raised in Dubai. And when I lost my father, it was a very difficult situation for me, and I lost him all of a sudden, and that really hit me and I became really unwell. I had a disease called GBS, Guillain-Barré syndrome. For those of you who want to Google, you can check it out. It hits your nervous system. I got paralyzed for 5 months. I was in the ICU, not able to speak, move, walk, nothing. I was completely paralyzed, and that was my life. And I was told that there would be no improvement for me, but I got out of it, and that itself was a miracle. I remember the audition for Miss India UAE had just come out. Okay, there was ads all over the newspaper, and that was the first time a Middle Eastern country was having a beauty pageant, which usually is a taboo. But back then, Dubai being very progressive, Dubai has always been progressive, they decided to hold a contest for the Indian community called Miss India UAE. And I remember telling my mom during the physiotherapy, I was like, I'm going to take part in this contest. And mind you, the contest was only going to take place after 1 month, because I joined Miss India UAE and I won. When I got into the hospital, I had a job. I was working for a recording studio called Dolphin Studio, and I was taking care of this singer called Sukhbir. So many of my Desi, friends out here who's watching me, you know who Sukhbir is. If you don't know who Sukhbir is, I'll insert the picture right here. I started getting a few campaigns like Samsung TV. I started getting ramp shows in Dubai, and I started getting into modeling. That bug bit me very badly, and I realized that I had to chase my dreams and see, if I can make it. And I was young enough, and there was no strings attached, and I did not know anyone in India, and I decided to just pack my bags one fine day, quit my job, and just go to Bombay, which shocked everybody. Everyone expected me to come back to Dubai, but I was so determined to make something out of my life, because I knew that I did not want to do a 9-to-5 job. I wanted to do something more creative. And I stayed in Bandra West because I knew that was the center point and would make it easy for me to, travel if I wanted to go to town in Bombay, because that's where the agencies were located, modeling agencies in Bandra. But I did not find a place that I could afford. So I found a shoddy, really, I'm talking, guys, this building looked haunted, number 1. 2, it looked as if it would fall apart any minute, but that was the only thing I could afford, with drug peddlers, running up and down the stairs in the middle of the night. And I remember I used to push all my suitcases to the doorstep so that no one will be able to open the door. I started modeling. I remember my first ramp show, I got 2,500 rupees, and for me it was a big deal. And when I got the money, I bought Parle G biscuits, Maggi noodles and tea, and that was my staple food for a very, very long time. Now, growing up as a teenager, I used to always, every year, watch Femina Miss India pageant in Dubai, okay? I think a lot of us NRI kids we used to look at them sashaying down the ramp, or, you know, coming down the stairs with their beautiful outfit, Indian outfit, Western outfit, and answer questions. And that's exactly what I used to do. I used to look into the mirror and pretend as if someone has asked me a question. I'd be like, thank you so much for the question. And I used to do my wave like a Miss India. And the main reason, and this is really funny, the main reason I auditioned for the Femina Miss India pageant was because I knew that the training period would take so long. So there was someone who would take care of me, would feed me, I would get nutritious food. That was my only criteria, that I didn't have to worry about spending money on food because I would get food on an everyday basis. You know, when I went in for the audition, guys, it was at Maratha Sheraton. And I remember I walked in there at 9 in the morning. That was my call. And I was awestruck, okay? I was overwhelmed because there were around, I kid you not, literally around 1,500 to 2,000 girls. It was packed. It was like there was no space for you to even turn, okay? There were so many contestants all over from Maharashtra alone. And I was shocked to see the girls. They were beautiful. They have been training ever since they were kids. There were some kids that were there, not kids, girls that were there, who were there because of their mother. You know, they were not interested, but they had pushy, aggressive mothers. So you could imagine how aggressive and competitive it was. And on top of that, I got to know that there were two rounds. One is the catwalk round with an evening gown, and then there was the swimsuit round. I didn't even have a swimsuit. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? So there was a box of swimsuits out there, new swimsuits. They told all of us to pick it up, and I got a size that was small. So it was so difficult for me to walk in a swimsuit and to show my body. I was not very confident. So I just walked on the ramp, and I remember I was having a lot of fun. I smiled a lot, and I was my happy self. And I think that's what got everyone's attention. My audition got over at 5:30 in the evening, so I was so tired. And the waiting period for the Femina Miss India was 2 weeks, and I finally got that call. I remember I was coming out of an agency. I was booked for a photo shoot, and I got the call saying that, hi, congratulations, you are one amongst the top 29, basically 30 people. And then they give you their rules and regulations, like how you are not going to be in contact with your family member for 2 months. For 2 months, they put you at the Sheraton where the training period goes on. You cannot get in touch with anybody. You're not allowed to take your mobile phones also there. And I remember when they were telling me the rules and regulations, you need to carry one evening outfit, you need to carry this, you need to carry that. Nothing was getting into my head because I was ecstatic. You're one amongst that 30 finalists that are chosen from pan-India. It's a huge, huge deal, you guys. The day was approaching where I had to check into Sheraton, and I started getting nervous. Nervous because I did not know what to expect. I did not know the kind of people that I'm about to meet, the contestants, how they're going to be, what kind of competition it would be. The training was so severe. So at about 8 o'clock, we would finish off our physical activity, and then after that we would go to the room, get ready for the day, shower, all that. Once we go downstairs, would start, you know, how to walk, how to talk, how to sit, how to pose, how to answer questions. Everything they monitor, they'll teach you, they will train you for 2 months. It is from your diction, how to, you know, pronounce certain words. So it was such a wonderful experience, but it was hard. It was so hard for 2 months that, you know, you start missing your family. There were so many of us breaking down as soon as we saw our family members because it was so competitive. And during the Miss India rounds that took place, I remember that anxiety that you feel when they're not calling out your name, because I was contestant number 26, and you know, it was so scary when they would not call out your name and you're trying to be very graceful. Deep inside your heart is going do, because you know that there's going to be a question and answer round. And we had some excellent judges, okay? We had Mahesh Bhupati, we had Sanjay Leela Bansali, and you are live on national TV. It is one of the most scariest but fantastic situation to be at. I mean, the kind of rush that it gives you, it just it just, I mean, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, a feeling that you will never ever go through in your entire life. Like I told you, we are a pageant that concentrates more on personality and intelligence more than the overall looks. So one Q&A is not enough. You have a written round also, which they give you exactly a minute to write your answer. So I remember when they asked me a question, I didn't even know how to hold the pen because I was so nervous, and I was like, oh my God, I was mostly thinking about the time going less and less. And after winning, the feeling, oh my God, I can't even explain the feeling of winning Miss India, because you are Miss India, man. Come on, okay? That's a huge deal. And after winning that, I remember we had a party, and the entire dynamics of your equation with people and everything just changes automatically. There's this respect given, and I had to always dress up, be prim and proper. I had to train more on how to eat your food for the international pageant, how to hold your cup for the international pageant, how to sit down, everything. I mean, how to talk, how to, be a little more, classier than you already are. The day I won, we went to Delhi for the press conference to meet everybody, the Delhi press. And you're traveling business class, and you're staying at the suite at Taj, and you have a personal chef that provides you whatever you want. Because the first thing I did after winning is I had a huge bloody burger and fries, okay? I squawked down so much of food, it was unbelievable. And I remember even when we went to Delhi the next day, at night, all three of us ordered a huge apple pie with ice cream at 2 in the morning. We had our chef make it for us and send it to our room. That's how spoiled we were. And it was lovely, because after that you go from state to state, you do, modeling assignments. And after winning also, you get your modeling assignments. I model for Sunsilk and Air India, and, Will's Lifestyle, all of those kind of campaigns come to you. So many ramp shows. I'm talking for Tarun Teliani, for Ritu Kumar, for Neeta Lulla, all the top designers you walk the ramp for. It was a wonderful 1 year. Even if you want to be, pursue acting, or you want to pursue singing, or you want to pursue anything, modeling, or be an entrepreneur, or be a businesswoman, whatever it is, there is that first-hand approach that people have. They give you that importance, and they pay attention to what you have to offer and what you have to say. And it is really wonderful. It's a lovely, power position to be at, and that was really nice. So that is why in that 1 year, it's your make or break moment. Especially if you want to get into acting, if you really want to get into acting, that 1 year after winning is the time when you have to really seize the opportunity of doing as much work as possible with modeling and with acting. For me, acting was not something that I really wanted to pay attention to. A lot of times, so many of them would be like, why aren't you acting? Why aren't you getting into acting? If an opportunity came my way, the clean way, where there was no compromise required, then I took it. For me, modeling, it was my safe zone, because everybody knows in the fashion industry, the male models are the target, not the female models. But it was such a safe zone for me. I made enough money, and I knew that there's only so much modeling can take you. It has a shelf life. Okay, and I knew I had to do something much more for myself, and that's why I got into the business space, and I started working for HMV, and I had a background knowledge of taking care of artists because of Sukhbir. And that's it, you guys. That was my experience winning Miss India, my journey of becoming one, and what happened right after that. It is a life-changing thing. If any one of you are thinking of participating, do it. Because while you're young, just go forward and do whatever that you want. And I can't say while you're young, because there is no age limit to pursuing your dreams. If this is your dream to be a Miss India, just go for it. If it's your dream to act, go for it. Just do whatever you can, because that's how short life is. Very quickly, I'll add a few points what helped me get through the audition round for all the future Femina Miss India pageant contestants. I mean, if you're watching me, hi, all the very best for the new upcoming pageant. If you I just want to give you a few points that has helped me. First of all, get into proper sleep habit. I've spoken about the importance of a proper sleep habit even in my weight loss video. Go check it out. I've linked it all in the info bar. Go check out what all I did to lose weight, because getting into a proper sleep habit will help you lose weight a lot more. We were told to hit the sack by 11:30, and they would wake us up at around 4 o'clock. 4:35 was our wake up time. So you really need to get into a sleep pattern, otherwise you are not going to concentrate on what happens throughout the day. You're going to feel very tired and it's going to affect your performance. The second thing I want to tell you is, guys, just hit the gym. Be in the best shape possible when you go for the audition round itself. Do a lot of weight training. Don't let it not be about cardio alone, because things have changed a little bit. The Miss India pageant has realized that in the international scene, the curvier you are, I'm talking about when you're well endowed, front and back, it scores you a lot of points at the same time. You stand out. You will be much more confident when you are walking the ramp, when you are wearing a swimsuit or an evening gown, whatever your audition rounds are, you will be much more confident and you look much more taller. Because for Femina Miss India pageant, 50% is all about your looks, yes, but the other 50% is all about your intelligence and your personality. So make sure that find out what are your strengths and play on that. If your strength is to talk and your strength is your humor, if your strength is your talent for singing because you have a talent round, just brush up on that talent. Another thing that I did before the auditions for Femina Miss India and even after that, I used to always go to the staircase, where the stairs were. I would put a book on my head and I would practice going up and down the stairs with a book on my head, because something about your posture, the correct posture just makes you look much more fitter. It, sucks in your stomach and it gives your personality a little bit more of a boost. And why I said up and down the stairs, because during your, the pageant itself, there are a lot of staircase which you have to climb down, go up. So the better practice that you have with your high heels especially, the easier it will be for you. My second last thing is to read a lot. Be well informed. Watch a lot of news channels, or read a lot of newspapers. Basically, just be well informed on what's happening with the world today. Be involved in what's happening in politics on various fields, from entertainment, politics to whatever that's taking place. Just understand that whatever is that current situation of hot topic is the kind of question that will be thrown at you. So be prepared, be well informed. What I did was, every time I was training, I would put BBC on just to learn how they would pronounce certain words, because whatever said and done, guys, the British way of speaking is the right way of speaking. So those words are crisp and clear. So make sure that you get your diction all sorted out well. If you can learn certain makeup, go check YouTube right now. Only because during the audition round, they do give you a makeup artist to look good, but there are so many of them. They favor a lot of people at the same time. Some girls look better than you, so if you know how to make your makeup last for a very long time, so make sure that you know your makeup skills also before going for the audition round. Let the anxiety not get the better of you. Just make sure you do deep breathing exercises. Just learn how to be in the moment. Enjoy it. Just relax, okay? Play some meditation music before the entire thing takes off, the entire thing starts. Focus on your final goal and just be positive. The more positive you are, the more fun that you have. It just reflects. People can sense your aura. The moment you're nervous, your walk changes, the way you talk, you start stammering. So just make sure that you're really confident, and meditation does that. If you have a family member that is participating, do share this video as much, or you have a friend, just keep sharing it, because this might help them, my knowledge and my experience. And I hope you enjoyed this chat one-on-one session. I know it is completely different, not makeup oriented, but I just thought there was no other better opportunity for you guys to know me even more better. So I shall see you very soon in my next one. I love you and I'll see you soon.